அடுத்தபடியாக அதாவது இது நான் சொல்லி அடுத்தது ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். யாமறிந்த மொழிகளிலே தமிழ் மொழி மிக இனிமையான மொழி தமிழ் மொழி அப்படின்னு வந்து சங்ககால தமிழ்ல ஒரு சின்ன லைன் இது. இத நான் வந்து ஏன் சொன்னேன்னா, நான் முன்னாடியே சொன்ன மாதிரி, அவுட் ஆஃப் எவ்ரி லாங்குவேஜஸ் வி லிசன் தமிழ்ல மட்டும் கேட்கும்போது அது காதுக்கு வந்து இனிமையா இருக்கும். அத நீங்க நெறைய டிராவல் பண்ணீங்கன்னா, அ உங்களுக்கு புரியும். அது அந்த விதத்துல சவுதி அப்படின்றது சவுதியிலருந்து நம்ம அடுத்த பேச்சாளர் வராங்க. அங்க வந்து எனக்கு என்னன்னா, தமிழ் நிஜமாலுமே நீங்கலாம் ஸ்கூல்ல படிச்சீங்களான்னு ஆச்சரியப்பட்டு கேட்டேன். அப்படி ஒரு விஷயம். ஸ்கூல்ல சொல்லி தராங்களா உங்களுக்கு? அப்படின்னு ஆச்சரியப்பட்டு இவங்கள்ட்ட பேசினேன். வணக்கம் சையத் ஃபைசல். எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
வணக்கம் and thank you for having me here. இப்போ இது GCC பத்தி பேசுறது I don't know if it is necessary because right now we have seen somebody from Oman அழகா தமிழ் பேசிருக்காங்க அவங்க. So this just goes to show the impact and the effect which Tamil has in this part of the world. But I will still try to do my best to inform, educate, and probably try to bring to light every Tamil Tamil people are here in the GCC region, and how we can help each other across the globe. So I will share my presentation. Is that okay?
Yeah. Do you want me to share? Or,
I have made a few slide changes. I've seen so many presentations.
Sure, please go ahead.
Right, sorry, okay, I'm going to share it now. I'm audible to everybody?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Super. Right.
Yep, thank you.
So I thought of giving it a little bit of a flair. The Tamil in Gulf, people will say, Malayalis are from the Gulf. There is one, contemplation. But there are too many Tamilians also in the Gulf. And so I thought, let me keep the title of the presentation to be Tamil in Gulf. So I will try to speak Tamil where I can, but mostly I'll try to keep it in English as I'm a little more comfortable speaking the language.
Faisal, we can't see your presentation yet.
Oh, really? 1 minute. Try to share again. Okay.
Yeah, so we can now. Yeah.
But you're seeing, I think, both. Yeah, you're seeing. This slide.
You need to make it to the presenter mode.
Okay. Really not sure how to do that. I think this one. This is the one. I think. Okay.
Perfect.
Now I think.
Perfect.
Right. Sorry. So a little about me. So I have been in Saudi for the last, not in Saudi, but in the Gulf for the last 32 years. So I started my education in Saudi. I did my schooling in Saudi. From I went to Dubai. I did my engineering there. And now I'm back in Saudi. I'm taking care of the Gulf region for a company called Intertek, which is basically UK based. So I take care of the Gulf region. I'm a 4-time national champion of public speaking in English. I'm also a part of the social communities over here, like the Indian Engineers Forum and Rise or Tamil Forum, vice president. Now, I'll tell you why I've put these two things over here, not to flaunt about my titles, but it is in a way to show the presence of Tamil and the subcontinent in the region. Okay, so for those of you who are not well versed with GCC region, we have 6 countries. Okay, most of you would know Dubai, obviously, and Saudi Arabia for probably not the best of the reasons, but now perhaps for the projects which are coming in. So GCC are countries. You have Saudi, you have Oman, Qatar, Kuwait, UAE, and Bahrain. They have 6 countries. Total in these 6 GCC countries, you're having a population of 60 million people. We have nearly 1.5 million people. Now, it might look proportionately a little small, but if you think about it, 1.5 million Tamil-speaking population in the GCC. So that's massive. This is again taking me back to the point where people say, in every house you will have one Malayali in the Gulf region. It is probably somewhere close for us as well. From Tamil Nadu, from Sri Lanka, if you combine, you have probably at least one person from every household, maybe not direct, but you will have people in the region. So there are a lot of myths about this region, particularly in the Saudi Patipatinaga. You will see that people are telling, oh, they are, outdated. They're a little from the primitive ages. Yes, when I came to Saudi back in 1992, yes, those myths, those assumptions, I've seen things happening. But if you see Saudi Arabia today, it is positioning itself to be the leader in the Middle Eastern region, not just the Gulf region. They're positioning themselves to be the leader in the Middle Eastern region. I've tried to put in terms of the GDP growth. For those of you who are interested in commerce side of things, you will see the GDP growth. If you look at Kuwait, if you look at Saudi, it's massive. And look, if you look at the FDIs, the foreign development investments which are coming into this region, Saudi Arabia is leading it with $32.2 billion US as of 2023. You have until 2030 vision. So you will see a lot of investment coming in. So this is to give a little, idea about where we are as GCC commercially, economically speaking. So now coming to the Tamil-speaking community in GCC. As I've already told you, we have 1.5 million Tamil-speaking people in the GCC region. I've tried to see where all, it is split. So it's not accurate numbers, but, ballpark. So for sure, UAE, we have around 600,000 Tamil-speaking people. So in that, you have people in engineering, in medicine, businesses, okay, IT, Saudi Arabia, again, we have around 400,000 people. Now, Qatar, Oman, Kuwait, Bahrain, it might look smaller, but when you compare it to the relative population of that country, this is not a small number. 80,000 in Oman, 50,000 in Kuwait. These are all small, relatively smaller places. And there also, we have a significant presence in the region. And when I say Tamil speaking, it is not just people from Tamil Nadu. These are Tamil speaking from Tamil Nadu, from Sri Lanka, and perhaps even Malaysia. You can get a lot of Tamil speaking people whom you can find in this region. Right. Again, the kind of social activities, the social communities. Now, to take you back to my introduction. So I'm a part of the Indian Engineers Forum for Saudi Arabia, Riyadh chapter. In that alone, in my chapter alone, we have about, say, 20% people who are Tamil speaking. In Saudi, again, we've got around 20-25 people, perhaps percent more. There are more than 25% who are from Tamil Nadu in the engineering segment within that social group. We have RISE in our forum. I'm sure a lot of people over here might be aware of RISE. It is a leading forum, and it comes down to Tamil people to connect Tamilians across the globe. We have the RISE chapter also here. Apart from that, we've got many Sangams, Tamil Sangams in Dubai, in Saudi, Bahrain. If you see, you have a lot of cultural activities, Pongal, Deepavali, celebrate. In addition to that, I'm assuming most of you might be aware of Lulu and all. So these guys are collaborating with these supermarkets, hypermarket chains. During Deepavali, Pongal, they'll be celebrating the festivals in the mall. So we're not just restricting the culture within our own community, we are showcasing it to the rest of the Gulf as well. So that is what is happening in this part of the world. This was not the case, especially in Saudi. This was not the case until, if you look at even 5 years, 10 years ago, this was not the case. But from the last 5 years or so, our culture is being exposed to the rest of Saudi Arabia, the rest of GCC. Okay. So this is one thing. Now, the most important thing when I was talking to Raghavi was about the jobs and the education segment. So I'm testament. We've got a lot of Indian schools here. So just a little fun fact about me. So I don't really speak Tamil, but I remember I was in 3rd standard. I had taken Arabic as my 3rd language. First term almost coming to an end. My dad, portion paper is gone. Portion paper, he never looks at my books along. Okay. He never is bothered about what exam you do. My mother takes care of all of those things. And dressing table, portion paper. Hey, what is this? Tamil is there? You will not believe it. I had only 2 weeks left for my exam. That day, my dad wrote a letter to the school and said, immediately, please change him into Tamil. So I spent the rest 5 years learning Tamil. I know how to read, how to write. I am not very fluent Tamil. I'm not very fluent. But I will tell you how I learned Tamil as well. It was not from my school. It was because of the people I worked with, I studied with, and my university itself, which was in UAE. And I'll speak about that in just a bit. So even in our schools, we are teaching Tamil. Okay, and in Saudi Arabia itself, we're teaching Tamil. You can think about it. And now you've seen Mr. Mohammed, you saw the community is over there who's teaching him Tamil. So that is the kind of dominance we have in terms of the language. And speaking of jobs, I'm an engineer by qualification. 16 years now I've been working. And I can tell you one thing, engineering field, if you're dealing with any company, I guarantee you, engineering department, design department, R&D department, 100% for sure. There is no doubt about it. And I can assure this is true because every time I would get stuck somewhere, there will be one Tamil Nadu person who will come, a Tamilan who will come, and he will come like an angel in front of me and help us out. So that camaraderie is always there. He might be my neighbor in India, but we may not speak. But the moment you come out, I might be from Chennai, he might be from some other part of Tamil Nadu, or he might be from Sri Lanka even, but we will bond over the language. So this just goes to show the presence of Tamilians across the working sector in GCC, not just Saudi, not just UAE, not just Oman, not just Bahrain. Throughout, you have prominent representation of professionals from the Tamil Nadu, from Tamilian-speaking community across the GCC. Okay. You have business owners. So Tamilians are known to be business owners. They have a lot of investments coming in. Communities like Rice and all are supporting investments. You have a lot of small scale industries, trading companies, engineering companies, HR companies, manpower supply companies, which are all run by Tamilians. And like how my predecessor had just mentioned about Sarana Bhavan and all, Tamil restaurants primarily, of course, things like Sarana Bhavan, Ananda Bhavan, and all those things. And all these are being spearheaded by Tamilians, which are being sponsored by local Saudis or locals of the region. So this just again goes to show the trust which the locals have in the Tamilian brands, right? So last, I will go towards the workplace and culture.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Rice ன்னு சொன்னீங்கல்ல, ரைஸ்க்கு ஏதாவது full form இல்ல abbreviation மாதிரி ஏதாவது இருக்கா?
But I am not fully sure about what is the full form. We keep calling it rice.
Okay.
What I will do is I will put it on.
It's an organization to bring Tamils together. So rice as elichi nimirchi and or meaning la varudhu naangal eluvom the nimirchi and the nokathla. So yeah.
Thank you.
There is no abbreviation then.
Okay then.
So okay, now coming to the workplace culture and all, I will be honest with you, the workplace culture is a little tight. It is not like the European culture where you work 9 to 5 and you're done with the day. No, here it is a little tough. And I think a big reason for that is because of the dominant presence of the Indian subcontinent in this region. And if you look at the Indian subcontinent people, they are workaholics. Other culture in one day. But apart from that, everything is smooth and and rosy. Dress code is business and formal. Now, what are our Tamilians known for? I've written over there: medicine, engineering, business owners. Basically, what I've just spoken about in the last slide. Now, most important, people would ask, what is the quality of life? What is the kind of expenses we are seeing over there? Now, I want to burst all these myths which people might have. I can promise you the kind of luxurious life you can live in this part of the world is not going to be the same in any other part of the world. If I want to drive a nice luxurious car, I can afford to drive it over here, which may be difficult in other countries, including my own country, because of taxation. Then you have other restrictions and what have you, roads, all that. So if you look at the quality of living in Saudi or in the GCC region, I think it is one of the best that you can come across the globe. The cost of living is relatively lower, but of course, it depends on which city. If you're in Dubai, it is going to be expensive. Riyadh is now almost becoming as expensive as Dubai. Then you've got Bahrain is also slightly expensive, but then you get options. But all in all, the best thing about the GCC region is income tax. So everything you're earning is going straight into your bank account. So there is that advantage which you have. Other than that, entertainment-wise, you have a lot of avenues. We have a lot of events coming up. If you look at Saudi Arabia right now, we have concerts happening. We have movie theaters, which was not there about 5 years ago. right? So all the avenues have opened up. So now if you come down to the Gulf region, you will not feel like, you know, it is that once upon a time media pushed narrative that it's a very closed country, a lot of restrictions. We have restrictions. Those restrictions are related to the customs. Now you cannot go around wearing, you know, half-naked clothes. That is respecting the culture. So apart from that cultural part, which I think as Tamilians we will always respect, there is really nothing that has to be considered that, oh, this is a stigma which is associated with this region. Adu madri onnume kediyadinga. UAE, everybody knows that the Habibi come to Dubai and neenga paathirupinga. Like that, I can tell you, Habibi, forget Dubai. You come to any part of GCC, you will have the same kind of engagement. Oman, I've been to all the 6 countries in GCC, and I can tell you, each one has a flavor. Each one is slightly different than the other. But in each country, you will find the sense of security, the sense of being that, you know, you're welcome. Yes, you might have also watched movies like Goat, that, you know, people have gone through struggles and all that stuff. But that was a story of maybe 30, 40 years back. You know, things are now more structured, more streamlined. Now the world is looking at GCC. So things are more easy, things are more monitored. So yes, if you're stuck with a con man, that can happen in any country. It doesn't have to be the GCC. UK, Europe. If you're stuck with a con man, it's a tough luck. But again, you have the embassies which are there to help you out in such situations, right? So this is about the quality of life, cost of living, etc. in this region. Now, are you planning to come to the Gulf? First of all, I invite you to come to the Gulf. If you're skeptical about if you have a job offer, should I come, should I not come? Getting a visa for you for this region has become incredibly easy. If you have a Schengen visa, if you have a US visa on arrival for both Saudi, UAE, Bahrain, all these places, you have visa on arrival. Okay, for Kuwait, you have, you know, if you have these visas, very easy, e-visa apply panna. So you come to the region, spend 1 week, and I guarantee you, you will not go back thinking, should I not? You will go back with a firm mind and you will want to give it a shot. Kandipa. Take it from a guy who has been here for 32 years. And I can tell you, I feel this is my home, you know, more than whenever I go back to India, because 32 years I've lived over here out of my 36 years of life. So this is home to me. So you come here, you will see this home will be home to you as well. Okay. You are coming to the Gulf like every country, you need to know a little bit of the language. So if you learn a little bit of Arabic, it's good. Even if not, if you go to UAE, I remember I met with an accident once. So the police guy came over there. It was an accident between me and one Pakistani car. So I started speaking to him in Arabic. I'm like, Assalamu alaikum, Habib, shuf ad sayyara easy and all that stuff. And this guy goes like, Habib, kya problem kya hai? He starts speaking in Hindi. So you will not have even that. And now again, I'll go back to Muhammad right now. He's spoken to you so beautifully in Tamil. Of the speakers. So that is the kind of, you know, the kind of acceptance we have. And then of course you have to, you know, respect the rule of the land, and that's pretty much about it if you're coming to the Gulf. So lastly, in conclusion, GCC offers an extremely beautiful life, a high-end life. You can live a luxurious life even with little. You have a lot of career opportunities. See, I keep telling people, if the world has to collapse, the last 2 countries to collapse will be Singapore and UAE. Okay, because this all that funding is happening over there. So that way UAE is very safe. Saudi, you want to come? Saudi is again, you know, booming economy. It's very safe. So in terms of opportunities, in terms of jobs, in terms of lifestyle, in terms of security, safety, it is brilliant. Now, if people are going to talk about, no, women are wearing all these abayas and everything, that's cultural. Okay. Nobody is imposing you to wear those abayas anymore. There was once upon a time, you will see a lot of people are now putting pictures with their, you know, alula photos and popping. You will see they're all, you know, in the normal clothes, but within the norms of the culture. So that is pretty much about the GCC region. You've got a lot of Tamilians, a lot of opportunities, a lot of support. You will not feel like you are away from your home. So I welcome you all to the GCC region. If there is anything I can do, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you out in any way that I can.
Thank you. Thank you, Syed. Thank you so much. It was such a valuable. நீங்க வந்து top to bottom ஒருத்தவங்க வந்து இங்க GCC வந்து வேலை பார்க்கணும்னா என்னெல்லாம் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்றத நீங்க சொல்லிட்டீங்க. ரொம்ப நன்றி.